Jung-in finally got admitted to the best Seoul University in South Korea, but his father slept and tore her admission letter. She spoke to her mother. But the mother could not help. Her younger brother was mentally disabled. Jung-in chose to commit suicide, but fortunately, her mother rescued her in time. The mother said that it was her fault. Jung-in didn't understand. She packed her bag overnight and got on a bus to Seoul. Since then, she has never returned to her hometown. When she saw her mother again in the detention center, she was already a lawyer. Her mother was accused of poisoning guests who attended her husband's funeral, causing 1 death and 4 critically ill. One of the survivors is Jo, the mayor of Gyeongsang province. Her mother, Hwang Sao, has eczema and could not recognize her. Jung-in asked if she remembers the poisoning incident at her father's funeral. The mother said that she did not poison. Jung-in firmly believed that her mother did not do this. At the first court hearing, the police provide 3 pieces of evidence of accusations. 1. They found that pesticide was used as poison at the scene of the crime. 2. In Hwang Sao's body, the police found elements of pesticide. 3. A witness saw Hwang Sao put the poison on the way home after withdrawing money from bank. As there was substantial evidence against Hwang Sao, everyone thought she was the murderer. Jung-in did not accept this. She further investigated at her old house. She found traces of fake evidence the police officer made. Then he went to the bank to retrieve the CCTV recording. The witness did not withdraw any money on that day, so the witness was giving false testimony. Who was behind it and why? Jung-in publicized the facts that she found in the court. She successfully lifted her mother from custody and sent her to hospital for health check. While she was talking to the doctor, her mother was gone. Then Jung-in found her mother nearby a river in the village. She held her law intellectual son, pointed her finger towards the river. She kept repeating this was the place. Jung-in met her primary school classmate Jan. Jan is a policeman. Jan told Jung-in that her mother came to the police station a few months ago. She reported that the mayor of the city and a few people murdered her husband. And Hwang Sao's husband, Ta-sil, was still alive. He didn't take it seriously. Jung-in asked Jan if there was anything special happened in the village recently. Jan said the mayor was planning to build a casino in the village recently and he felt that this matter had something to do with Mayor Jo. Jung-in went to her old house again to find more clues. She found a broken mobile phone and a torn photo hidden behind her parents' wedding photo frame. Jung-in was surprised with this wedding photo. The bride in the picture was her mother, but the groom was a man named Darren Chun. 3 months ago, her mother reported that her husband had been murdered. Jung-in felt that her mother was hiding something. Jung-in took the photo and found one of the uncles who drank the rice wine called Yu. She asked him who Darren Chun is. Yu was guilty, so she told Jung-in that a group of people had murdered Darren Chun 20 years ago. Jung-in's biological father is not Ta-sil, but Darren Chun. Darren Chun is the son of a local quarry owner. 20 years ago, after the owner passed away, the quarry was inherited by Darren Chun, but the 5 poisoned people and his stepfather were unhappy. They wanted to take charge of the mining market, so they planned to kill Darren Chun in the river and cover it up as a drowning accident. Shortly after that, the 6 have internal fight. His stepfather Ta-sil became the manager of the quarry. The other 5 were jealous, so the 5 lied to Ta-sil that the quarry has no more valuable gems and they heard gold mine in the neighboring village. Ta-sil was ambitious. He raised funds for villagers to buy that piece of land where he also believed to have gold. As a result, no gold was found there. He was unwilling to fail. He used his network to find a solution, but the 5 people collude to go against him. Mayor Jo cut off Ta-sil's nomination as the mayor of the province on the election day. At this time, Ta-sil has lost everything and he has no power to fight back. He cursed to poison the 5 people before leaving. After learning this, Jung-in had a bad feeling. She collected the mobile she sent for repair. On the mobile phone, she found a video taken by her brother at home. Her stepfather had a dialogue that he suspected that his wife had put poison in her cooking. He had chest tightness and breathing difficulty each time after the meal. Jung-in ran to the detention center immediately. She held a group photo of the six and asked her mother, "Do you remember these people?" It turned out that the real murderer is her mother. When her first husband Darren Chun's death, she was already pregnant. She committed suicide but was rescued by his stepfather at river. Under Taesil's persuasions, Hwa-sao agreed to marry him for the sake of her baby. But 3 months ago, she learned that her first husband was plotted by the 6 people from the secret conversations between Taesil and Mayor Jo. Her first husband's death was not accidental. To take revenge, Hwa-sao sprayed pesticides on Taesil's rice daily. She also mixed the pesticide into the rice wine to serve the 5 people at the funeral. She planned to kill all of them. Hwa-sao then thought about her daughter. Many years ago, she had survived for her baby, but she felt guilty that she could not protect her daughter. Jung-in broke into tears. The 10 years of hatred had gone after her mother's confessions. In the court hearing, Jung-in took out documents of ownership change for the piece of land 20 years ago, confirming that Mayor Jo deceived Taesil and the villagers at that time. Mayor Jo triggered Taesil to invest in so-called gold mine. In fact, it was ordinary farmland owned by Mayor Jo's father-in-law. After hearing this, the villagers were in uproar. Jung-in also exposed the fact that Mayor Jo used violence to snatch the mayor's nomination from Taesil. Mayor Jo tried to divert the judge's attention and determined that Hwa-sao was the murderer of the poisoning case. However, Jung-in was prepared. She said that Taesil was the murderer. Many years ago, he threatened to poison and kill these 5 people, and her funeral was the best opportunity. He knew that these 5 people would visit and drink at his funeral, so he poured pesticide into rice wine in advance. Immediately afterward, Jung-in showed a forensic document that the deceased Taesil had many pesticides on his body. After all, Taesil had been drinking this pesticide for the past 2 months. Finally, Jung-in pleaded with the judges for her mother who suffered from eczema. This touched the judges in the court. In the end, the court announced that Hwa-sao was acquitted. The movie ends here. This movie is called Innocence, but in the end, it disintegrates the innocence. The film did not use the correct law method for justice, but followed an emotional side of human nature. For this point, this movie is worth watching. That's all for today. If you like my video, please subscribe. Until next time, bye!